Hi YouTube. So today is gonna be like a pregnancy video since I wasn't able to vlog my whole pregnancy for the whole 9 months. I'm gonna do just a video about everything that's happened since the first day that I found out I was pregnant up until now. So, I have something to look back on and she'll have something back to look back on. And just basically this is gonna be a long video, so prepare yourself and stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm reading my notes off my phone so I know where to start first. Um, Excuse my camera quality. I'm on my laptop. I'm charging my iPad, so just bear with me with this video. So we're gonna start at the beginning. Um, when I first found out I was pregnant, I really didn't know. I remember like a few days, maybe 4 days before I found out, I remember going to Dairy Queen to get a blizzard with onion rings. I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought, maybe I wanted some onion rings and a blizzard. So the following week, I remember, my period was about to come on that Monday, and if it doesn't come on that Monday, it definitely comes on that Tuesday. So I wasn't really worried or about anything really. I got all the symptoms, the stomach cramps, the tiredness, um what else? Everything, every symptom you get with periods. So it didn't come Monday. So I was like, okay, well, it's definitely going to be here the next morning on Tuesday or sometime that day. It didn't come. So I'm still having these symptoms. And I'm like, well, maybe I just, see if it comes the next day. So the whole week goes by. In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh man, I think I might be pregnant, but I might not be. It's probably just my body acting crazy or something. So, the weekend. Okay, I didn't get it the whole weekend. So, let's see. I think Christmas was on a Tuesday, and Christmas Eve was on that next Monday. Okay, so that next Monday, after I've missed my period a whole week, Mom and I go to get last minute Christmas gifts to take down to our relative's house that we go to every Christmas Eve. Uh, um, I just, you know, think, well, let me just pick up a few pregnancy tests and I'll take them sometime this week when I have time. So I picked up three of them. Two of them were the same kind of test. One of them was different, and we came home. So I remember thinking, okay, well, let me just go ahead and like take one of them just to kind of see where I'm at. Like, it's probably just nothing. Let me just take one before we go to our relative's house. So I go in the bathroom. It's almost time to go. We probably left. We were leaving in like 15, 20 minutes. So I run in the bathroom. I pee on one of them. And they say it takes at least 3 minutes for the results to come up. Well, I pee on the first one. The results shot up there in like a second. Positive. Two lines. Two lines. And I said, okay, well, this is that false positive. My cousin was talking about, maybe I'm just stressed. It was so much going on. My dad's birthday was the day after Christmas, so maybe I'm just stressed, you know, and all that. So I said, okay, well, I might as well just take the second one. I took the second one. Those test results shot up there in less than a second. Two lines. So at this point, I'm panicking. I almost fall over in the bathtub. I had to take a seat on the toilet. I'm getting hot all over. I'm hurt. I'm like, I don't like. I'm confused. It was so much going on, so many emotions. Like, oh my gosh. And so, um, I just go ahead and do the third one, which was the one that was different. I took it. The test results said it'll be up in either 2 minutes or 4 minutes. I don't remember. But those results shot up there in a second, and it was 2 lines pregnant also. At that point, I was depressed. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, really, like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe this is happening. I wasn't expecting this for Christmas. Um, I'm scared. Like, I'm so scared because I didn't think I'd be having a baby at 23. I thought maybe I'd be like married in 26 or something. But I was like, oh my goodness. And so, my mom knew I had got the test, so she came to the bathroom and she asked me, she's like, "So, Allison, what did your test results say?" And the only thing I remember telling her was to look on the counter. And she looked on it and she was like, "What does this mean?" Like, I said, "You see the 2 lines on all of them?" She was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, what does the 2 lines say on the box?" And then she read the box and it said pregnant, and she was like, "Oh my God, are you pregnant?" "Yes, yes." Oh my God, like, she was like so happy, like she took off running down the hallway and shouting and just like so happy. And I'm like, "Mom, I'm hurt. Like, I'm depressed. Like, what if I don't know how to be a mom. Like, what, it, why?" And so she was happy. That was our Christmas present. And, it's just, it was so much all at once. Like, wow, I'm really getting this for Christmas. And I wasn't expecting it at all. And so I didn't even go with her to the relative's house. I went to go see Quanice, one of my best friends. She's my cousin, but she's like a best friend, a sister, and everything. And I told her that night, the only person I told. And she was happy, and she wanted to be the godmom, and I said yes. And she was just trying to, make me feel better, cause I'm still shocked. Like, I wasn't expecting this at 23, and I'm still in school, and but whatever. So around January 21st was my first doctor's appointment and ultrasound. I was 9 weeks in one day. It was on a Monday, and I'm happy. I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I know I didn't know what they were gonna do that day. I go in. My mom goes with me, and no, my mom didn't go with me. Quanice went with me on the first appointment, and the doctor checked me out, and I took a pregnancy test. And I was pregnant once again, and she was like, "We could schedule you an ultrasound today." So I was like, "Wow, okay, that soon?" And she was like, "Yeah." So I was 9 weeks. So I went and did an ultrasound, and when I seen like her little heartbeat on that monitor, like on the screen, it was like so real to me. Like, oh my God, there's life growing inside of me. Like, oh my God, I'm really about to be a mom, and it was just like it made me so happy. Like, my little baby is inside me. And you can see her little heartbeat, like just beating, and she's so little. Let me show you. Let me see. I have her little ultrasound pictures here. I don't know if you can see, but it's like, hold on, this right here. Uh, That's her at 9 weeks. Sorry about this camera. But yeah, and it was like she's so little. And it was just like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So, um, when I left, I called her dad, and he was in shock as well. He didn't know what to do. We're both just shocked. We can't believe it. We're young. At that point, he was 21. So it was a lot for us at that time. But we got over it. Let's see. Then around 11 weeks, 11 weeks and 5 days, something unexpected happened to me that morning around 7:15. I'll never forget. I was laying in bed. I was getting like these pains that I would get when my period comes on, and it was unusual. But I usually just push and it makes the pain go away. So that's what I did that morning. And then I noticed like the pain's still there. I'm pushing to try to make it go away. And I noticed something isn't right. So I get up and go to the bathroom. And there's blood everywhere. Like, that day hurt me so bad. There was blood everywhere. I knew for sure I had had a miscarriage. Like, no doubt. It's bright red blood, like a lot. And I'm like, I'm sure I just had a miscarriage. I'm not crying at the moment. I'm in shock. Like I zoned out for a minute and then I finally came back and then I threw up. Cause there's something about when I'm in shock, I always throw up afterwards. So then after that I cried. Um, I called Candy because she was up that morning. And I told her what was going on and she was like, well, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just something else. But I was like, what else could it be? Like I am bleeding all over the place. Period blood, like bright red. Like I just lost my baby. And so, excuse me. I'm just like depressed. Then I had to tell her dad, I lost a baby. Whatever. Okay. Like that's how I was feeling. Like so, I stayed in the bathroom for about a good 30 to 45 minutes, just sitting there thinking about like, dang, I just had my first ultrasound. I didn't know if it was a girl or a boy. I can't, have kids, and just I was hurt. So I get up and call the OB at around 8 o'clock, cause that's what time they open, and told them what was going on. They told me to come in at 11 o'clock for an ultrasound. And so I was like, okay, whatever. At this point, I had snapped out of the depression mood. I had stopped crying. I was just like, it's whatever. Like, I was like, really, like, it's whatever. I don't care. Let's just get this over with. Tell me my baby's gone so I can go home. End of it. I get to the doctor's office and she does I guess a regular check where she checks me first and then we did the ultrasound. So she checked my cervix and everything, and she said my cervix was still closed, and so there's no way that I could have had a miscarriage. So I'm thinking like, I'm confused, like, well, what's causing this bleeding? And she didn't know for sure until they do the ultrasound. But she was like, good thing is your cervix is still closed, your baby's in there, but you do have an awful lot of bleeding, so we need to try to check and see what's going on. And so, we go do the vaginal ultrasound, um, and she sees the baby, which is alive, Her heart is still beating, her heart rate is so perfect. And she finds out that I have a tear, which was called a subchorionic hemorrhage, by my sac. And if it gets any bigger, it could rupture the sac and cause me to go into labor, and I could still have a miscarriage and lose her. But if it gets smaller or stay the same, then there's a chance that she could live. Or even if it goes away, it's a chance that she could live. So they put me on bed rest for a while, just until they could see when I just until they saw a change in the hemorrhage. I went to my appointments every 3 weeks or every 2 weeks to get checked. Um, During those weeks, I was depressed. I was like, I had just got happy. I was, you know, in the back of my mind going into the doctor's office, I was like, I hope she's still alive. But, I had thought I had had a miscarriage, so I didn't know. But they put me on bed rest for a while. I go in every 2 weeks. Um, my hemorrhage did not get any. Oh wait, it did get a little bit bigger, just a little bit, but not huge. I think it was 2 centimeters, and it stayed 2 centimeters, and I bled the whole time, and until about week 15. At week 15, I had noticed that my bleeding was stopping. I wasn't bleeding a lot after that doctor's appointment. I was just filling up a pad a day, maybe, if that. But I went in at week 15, or I was walking around at week 15, and I noticed that my the blood had stopped, and I could go without wearing a pad, and I try to walk around a little bit, and I was very hopeful. Like I was thinking, like, God, please let this thing be gone, so I know my baby's okay. Um, and then I also bought a baby Doppler from eBay, the Sonaline B baby Doppler, so I can check her heartbeat and everything. But I couldn't hear anything until like 16 weeks or 17 weeks. But I went into my appointment at week 15, and we did another vaginal ultrasound. And by the grace of God, my hemorrhage was completely gone. Like it had resolved. It had just disappeared. My baby was okay. I don't have to worry about nothing tearing into her sac. And I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you, God. And then they said it's probably not going to come back. It does in some women, but most women it doesn't return. So it was a sigh of relief, but then she goes to tell me my cervix had dilated while I was bleeding. I don't know how far it had dilated, maybe like 1 centimeter or something, but it was open for a while. And all I could think of, like, dang, so I'm back in another situation. Because if my cervix dilates and opens up, I'm still gonna lose my baby. So you could just only imagine how stressed I was, how stressed I made my mom. It's just, I cried. I'm trying to be happy. And then at week 16, we go in and she tells me the gender. And she says she's 50% sure that it's a girl, but don't go buy girl clothes. I said, okay. At week 17, I go to Baby Dimensions, which is an ultrasound place where you go and have your ultrasound done. They tell you what your gender is for sure, and you get this whole package thing. And it was a girl, for sure. So I was like, oh my God, like I prayed for this girl this whole time because, I wanted a girl first. And it was a girl. So, I started thinking, well, at week 24, I'll be in like the safe zone kind of because the baby has a 70% chance of living. So I finally made it to week 24, and I could breathe a little bit, but not too much, cause I still don't want her to come at 24 weeks. So then week 25 get here, and week 26, and I automatically have a side release. So, other than that, um, nothing too bad happened. I did catch pneumonia. I did have a bad bladder infection. Oh, it was horrible, but we still made it. Like we still made it through all that. Um, Before I get to the week 30, I want to talk about my cravings. I'm sorry I'm talking so much, you guys. Y'all are probably like, hurry up. Okay, cravings. Um, I craved Chinese food my whole pregnancy. Um, Basically just Chinese. I ate Chinese every day. Um, I hated chicken. I love hot wings, but I hated it in the beginning of my pregnancy. I didn't start back eating chicken until like week 26 maybe. And but I ate Chinese the whole way through. I hated the smell of onions. Um, what else? I think it was some more stuff I didn't like, but I really hated chicken and hot wings. Ugh, just the smell of it just makes me so sick. And I didn't like Mexican food. Um, or I think that's about it. So let's talk about morning sickness. With morning sickness, I only got it like maybe 5 times. I didn't really have too many episodes, just 5 times. Um, Weight gain slash weight loss. I lost a lot of weight, like, especially in the beginning with all that going on. I ended up losing 20 pounds. They were concerned and saying I was losing too much in so little time, and I just couldn't eat. Like, I was depressed. And I didn't start to finally gain some of that weight back until week 28, maybe 29, when I started to, eat a little more. And I still haven't gained all of it back. I've probably gained about 10 pounds maybe from that. So I'm still not at my starting weight. So, um, when I first felt flutters, I felt little flutters around 18 weeks. I started feeling like little flutters. They weren't kicks, just, I know my baby's doing something in there. So that's when I felt that. Um, Mood swings. My mood swings didn't really kick in until week 24 or 25. I started getting really agitated, moody, like pissed off, just aggravated. Like any and everything will aggravate me. Everyone got on my nerves. It's just like, ugh, and it's still like that to this day. Like everyone just makes me so upset. And it could be like the slightest thing, but whatever. Um, Maternity clothes. I didn't really have any maternity clothes. I got a belly band from Motherhood Maternity. I wore that. I got some leggings that were, not tight, but fit just right with enough room. I wore those. I wore a lot of dresses and flip flops and sandals, and I didn't wear any jeans, and I wore some sweatpants, I think, and that's it. And when I started to show around 6 months, so 24 weeks, I started the show. Cause I'm a plus size girl, so my stomach didn't really get out there noticeably until 24 weeks. And yeah. And let's see. Sorry. My baby shower. My baby shower was July 6th. It was beautiful. All my friends and family was there. Bella got so many gifts, so many gifts. It was cheetah print themed. It was hosted by Quanice and my friend Carly. She's like a sister to me too. And LaKay, she's like a sister to me also. And they planned it for me, and it was so beautiful, and I loved it, and I thank them for it. And it was so much fun. And we got a lot of stuff. My cake was cheetah print and everything, so that was good. And all my photos, I know I showed y'all in the previous video about this, a photo album that I had, but I bought a new one yesterday. And I plan on putting all her photos, ultrasounds and everything in this photo album. It's cheetah print, and it changes colors from like blue to pink or turquoise to pink, and it's so cute. I know y'all can't see it with this stupid camera. It's like baby pink right here, and it's huge. And it says it holds up to 300 photos. So I'm taking this with me to the hospital with all her pictures in it and stuff. Let's see what's next. Um, let's do people's reactions. So I finally came out and told everyone. My brother, he almost passed out and fainted. Um, my friend, Carly, she didn't believe me. She thought I was just joking. Um, LaKay was excited. My aunt was excited. Like everyone was basically excited. Like his mom was excited. His grandma was so excited. Like everyone was just so happy. We were all just like overjoyed. I just wish my dad was here to see it, but I'm sure he's looking down on us and he's happy as well. Um, we picked her name, Isabella Chanel. Um, we fell in love with Isabella. So, you know, her middle name was originally gonna be Cheyenne, but we changed it to Chanel. So we thought it had a little bit more Isabella Chanel. And yeah, so we picked that in like March, and our parents didn't like Isabella. They wanted something else, but they love her name now, and they can't wait till she gets here. Um, Contractions. Oh my gosh, I didn't start getting Braxton Hicks contractions until 34 weeks maybe. At 34 weeks, I get these small contractions where your stomach, I guess, just tightens up and it doesn't hurt at all. I got the big contractions actually 2 days ago when I was laying down, and it started in my back and it gradually increased to this horrible pain. Like I wouldn't wish this pain upon no one. Like I couldn't talk. I could barely breathe. It was like so horrible. I almost cried. And then I went into shock and threw up again. And after I threw up, it was like an instant release. They stopped. Like my contractions instantly just stopped. And I could breathe and I can lay down. And I thought they were going to come back because I thought this was it. We was about to go to the hospital. I thought Bella was coming. But she said, no, I'm just testing you to see how you're going to act when I get ready to come. So I didn't get any more contractions. I haven't had any since then. Just Braxton Hicks contractions. Nothing heavy and hard like that one was. and those contractions lasted for 2 hours. It started at 4:30 and it didn't end till 6:30. So thought she was gonna come. I'm ready to see my baby, and she's being stubborn. She don't want to come out. And um, what are my plans for birth? I plan on recording a little bit while I'm in the delivery room, just to show you guys what I did, like the atmosphere. I brought snacks for after the birth, cause I can't eat before I give birth. So I brought snacks. I got my hospital bag. I'm bringing my photo album, diaper bag, hospital bag, um, iPad, camera, phone, just basic stuff. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be in the hospital sometime before this week is up. So, oh, and I plan on breastfeeding. I don't know if I said that or not, but I will breastfeed. Right now it's for 6 months. I don't want to breastfeed for a whole year or more. Just, enough so she can get her nutrients, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. So, I am going to show you my stomach, and then that will be it for this video because we're already at 31 minutes, and I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk. But I'm going to show you my stomach. My due date is August 25th. It is August 22nd now, with no signs of my baby getting here. It's the full moon. I'm still not in the hospital, so maybe she'll come by Sunday. Who knows? But I'm gonna show you guys my stomach. Hold on one second. Okay, this is my stomach. I'm so tired. So, today I am 39 weeks and 4 days. This is my stomach. This is my baby. She looks like she's ready to come out, but she's not sure yet. She's like my little beach ball. She probably weighs around 7 pounds, 7.5 pounds. I'm sorry. So 7.5 to 8 pounds. Her due date is Sunday. I'm tired. Bella, please come out. Mommy wants you here. I'm ready. Let's start our new lives together. And I can't wait to see you. And I hope you see this one day and know that I love you and I wouldn't trade you in for the world. Like, you're my everything and you're not even here yet. So, Mommy loves you. I'll see you when you get here. Thanks everybody who took the time to look at this video. I'm sorry it took so long, but I didn't do any vlogging the whole pregnancy, so I just wanted to let everyone know, my pregnancy story. So thank you all for tuning in. See you guys later. I'll probably be in the hospital next time I do a video. And you all have a blessed and happy day. Bye.